welcome to part 2 of my Royal Rumble 2019 review. And I will say this now that it was actually a little joke between me and my friend Aiden, who watches the WWE with me, is that this Royal Rumble actually was more like the women's Rumble to us because for the most part, all we got to watch was the women's matches because we we had to start the show late, like at 6:30, and you know the show started off with Asuka and Becky, and then it we had to skip ahead for time because this was a long show, so we watched Wanda versus Sasha after that, and then came the Women's Royal Rumble, which took over an hour, and then you had Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles, and we were just tired, like the crowd at Chase Field was after the Women's Royal Rumble. So we basically just skipped Daniel Bryan and AJ, and we went to the end of that match to see what happened, and then we got Brock Lesnar versus Finn, and which we watched all the way, but it was only like 9 minutes. And then came the Women's Royal Rumble. So there were a few matches that we skipped. For instance, Miz and Shane McMahon. Now, remember, I do have my notes out for this one because I do. It is my first review of a WWE pay per view, so I am trying to adapt to this, to doing this. Now, I, like I said, I didn't see it. I just heard about what happened and I saw the replays, and I am very happy for The Miz and Shane, especially since Miz is one of my favorite wrestlers. He definitely has my favorite theme song, and I don't think he gets a lot of credit for some of the really good things he does, and he deserves to be the main champion at some point in his career at least one more time. I do. I don't get why there are some people that say Shane McMahon is not a wrestler because it doesn't make sense. He is fighting in so many of the WWE shows. He usually puts on a really good performance, and he's one of the most daring wrestlers the company has to offer. He's always putting his body on the line with the big spots to give the fans a really entertaining show. And to me, that puts him in the realm of professional wrestlers. Now, I feel bad a little for Sheamus and Cesaro because they especially do not get the recognition they deserve. Like, last time Sheamus got a championship or got the main championship, he was put on the back burner for Roman Reigns, and he was eventually fed to Roman Reigns. And then Cesaro, you had him win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, the very first one at WrestleMania 30, and you eventually the WWE just didn't know what to do with him, and they kind of dropped the ball with him. So it was nice to see them finally come together as a tag team and start doing good. But at the same time, I think they lose a little too often. And even though I'm happy for Shane and Miz, I feel like they need to do something to build the ball up to be on the same level of a tag team as, say, the Usos. I especially love how every time something good happens for Miz and Shane, they always follow it up with a big celebration at SmackDown. Like the Shane McMahon's birthday, they had a big celebration with the fans, and it was just it was heartwarming to see. Like, it's nice to have those moments where there's no one at each other's throats in wrestling. They are just getting along and they're building up the relationships, and it's just a feel-good moment all around. And then you also have this the last night on SmackDown, Shane and Miz, they were celebrating their victory, and they had Miz's dad come out, and he told Miz that he loved him, and it's just a feel-good moment. We need stuff like this, and I really hope the WWE does not go down the way that a lot of people are thinking, where the Miz is going to turn on Shane, or Shane is going to turn on Miz, and then that's going to lead to a match between them at WrestleMania. I don't want to see that. I want to see them actually stay friends for a while. Like, give them a push like they did Sheamus and Cesaro as a tag team, bro. They stick together, and they will, like, they have a friendship storyline. They keep this going for a while, and they don't even have to end it with a match. They don't have to end it uh, with Miz and Shane hating each other. I don't want to see Miz and Shane hate each other, especially after all they've been through. It'd be nice if they could go into WrestleMania as the defending tag champions, and if you do that, then that opens up a slot for another tag team. Give two more people time to shine at Mania, which apparently the WWE really wants to do, because we have the Andre the Giant and the Women's Battle Royales. That way, everyone can have a chance to shine on the show, or at least be there. And it would be nice if two more people could be taken out of the Battle Royale. Say maybe Gallows and Anderson, because they showed up on SmackDown last night, and they challenge the Miz and Shane, and they get a good showcase at WrestleMania. And then, no matter who wins the titles there, everybody wins in terms of publicity. Just a second. Now, like I said, Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles, they we skipped their match, and it's not that we wanted to. We like Daniel and AJ. It's just it was getting late. Everyone was getting tired. Well, everyone was tired, since the Women's Royal Rumble happened right before this match, and it was like the longest match of the night. So, fortunately, my friend and I, Aiden, we skipped it to the end. We saw Rowan come out. It's nice to see him, and it's heartwarming to see Daniel and Rowan taking a stand for Mother Earth. And they even have an eco-friendly belt on SmackDown now. I really hope WWE Shop actually sells that thing. I would love to buy it. Now, please, WWE, do not give us Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles at WrestleMania. We don't need to see it anymore. If you keep giving them the championship matches, and you don't do anything except what you've been doing, then the WWE Championship picture is just gonna get stale, and come Mania time, no one is really gonna be caring about it, no matter who wins. Like, we need to get someone new and exciting to come in and face Bryan. Even if he doesn't win, we need something new for Daniel Bryan's title run, and WrestleMania will really benefit from that. Do not hold WrestleMania with this stale feud anymore. Let's get a move on, move away from AJ, especially since now we have the Elimination Chamber, and even though AJ's in it, you have so many more avenues you can go. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of fans would love to see Mustafa Ali versus Daniel Bryan for the championship at Mania, or how you can even go down the Randy Orton route, because him and Bryan have history, and it would be nice to see things turned around. Since Bryan is a heel, you have Randy Orton as a face, and they can play off that. Or you even have Samoa Joe. I think I am actually wanting Samoa Joe more than anyone in the Elimination Chamber to not win the belt from Bryan, but go on to start a rivalry with him that will bleed into WrestleMania, because Samoa Joe has been with the company for, or at least on the main roster, for over 2 years now, and he has not had a single WrestleMania appearance because he was always injured the past 2 years. I want to see what he's really capable of, and I want to see him be at WrestleMania. And it would just bring so much joy to me if Samoa Joe's first WrestleMania appearance could actually be against Daniel Bryan, one of the biggest superstars you have, for the World Heavyweight Championship. It would just be a really good feel-good moment, not just for me, but I think for a lot of other fans as well. And I will continue this review in part 3.